Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 530 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jay Cohn.
And I'm Jeanelle Slade. A series of early morning fires on the Billings north side deemed arson.
3 vehicles and a boat went up in flames this morning, all within a couple of blocks of each other.
Billings police now asking for the public's help in locating a suspect.
Q2 Samantha Harrelson has been following this story for us and joins us tonight to bring us the latest. Sammy.
Jay and Jeanelle, initially the Billings Fire Department responded to a vehicle fire around 4:20 this morning. It was while they were responding to that call that a firefighter noticed heavy smoke coming from another location just about a block away. By the end of the hour, the department had 4 separate fires on their hands, 3 on 10th Avenue North and the 4th on North 23rd Street. The combined property damage from the fires, about $75,000. Some of the folks I spoke to said they've grown used to vandalism in the neighborhood, but this was different. The Milligan family learned their car was burning just feet from their camper and their home when firefighters knocked on their door early this morning.
Well, while it was going on, I'm pretty calm about things. I'm ex-military. I work in the oil field. I've been trained for lots of things, so that was all pretty calm. It's the aftermath afterwards. It's frustrating, like the insurance not being fully covered as you thought you were, and realizing that this is a total loss for us, and we'll just have to figure it out. Hoping that people do get punished for their crimes. Would be nice to know that that's going to happen.
Now, as Jay and Jeanelle mentioned, police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 245-6660. Jay and Jeanelle.
Thanks, Sammy.
A South Billings neighborhood is still dealing with flood issues as a result of the record flows in the Yellowstone River.
Q2's David J headed out to take a look today and joins us now to show us what's happening out there. David.
Well, Jeanelle, Jay, city workers were out checking on equipment, and the system is working, they say. However, with the high level on the Yellowstone River, water is backing up to the ditches and onto the streets. We're showing you some video here of Cambridge Drive between King Avenue East and Interstate 90. According to the neighbors, the basements in some of the homes are flooding. Water on the streets also has made it difficult to park and walk. This is the worst flooding one person in the neighborhood has seen on Cambridge in more than 20 years.
The rain actually drained out, but now with the rivers being up so high, it's pushing back all that water back up into our subdivision. Obviously, you got to drive through it, you got to walk through, you can't park on the street. I would say it would probably be up another 2 feet is where it's been. It's the worst I've ever seen it since the '96 thing.
City was also repairing a culvert near Jackson and King Avenue East that is not affecting this area near Cambridge. Jeanelle?
All right, thanks, David. More information tonight, and a former Miles City science teacher now charged with raping a 15-year-old student 6 times. Miles City School Superintendent Keith Campbell says 38-year-old Morgan Pett was placed on paid administrative leave immediately after school administrators learned of the allegations in January 2017. In a statement sent by Billings attorneys, Campbell says he was notified that Pett had inappropriate communication with the student over a weekend, was put on administrative leave on Monday, and then resigned about a month later following an investigation. The superintendent says Pett never again appeared before Custer County High School students. Court documents state the encounters with the teenage girl stopped after Pett's wife found text messages and nude photos of the girl on his computer. Pett was charged in April 2018 and extradited from Alaska to Custer County this week, where he's held on $500,000 bond.
Montana U.S. Senator Jon Tester has made working with President Trump a big part of his re-election campaign so far. But on the other hand, the White House has not necessarily returned the favor. More on the story tonight from MTN's chief political reporter, Mike Dennison.
Senator Tester has been a key Democratic player on 2 big bills this year: the VA Mission Act to reform the veterans health care system and the bill easing federal regulations for smaller banks. He and his Senate Veterans Committee staff co-wrote the VA bill with GOP Chairman Johnny Isakson, and Tester was only one of 16 Senate Democrats supporting the banking bill. Yet Tester wasn't invited to the signing ceremony with the president on either bill. Instead, Trump invited Montana's Republican U.S. Senator Steve Daines, who did support both measures.
The Mission Act is an important step forward, and I'm proud to have helped get this bill across the finish line and on to President Trump's desk.
The VA bill passed the Senate 92-5 and was signed by the President last week. The Mission Act seeks to bolster the troubled VA health system, including steps to enable private care when care at a VA facility isn't available. Matt Kuntz of the Montana office of the National Alliance on Mental Illness says an important change is raising the reimbursement rate for private doctors when they treat vets in smaller towns.
The big deal is, can the veteran get care at the end of the day? And without a reasonable provider reimbursement rate, the answer is no.
He also says Senator Tester is clearly a central figure on veterans' health issues.
And that means that whenever something goes wrong, he's going to get blamed. But whenever there's a veteran that gets care and that gets the help that they need, he's behind the scenes making it happen.
Tester himself says the work isn't over and that Congress must ensure the VA carries through with the changes put into law.
We did our job by crafting this legislation, and now the VA must do its job and effectively roll it out.
As far as who gets the credit, Tester's office says he's a workhorse, not a show horse. But with the general election campaign now underway, you can be sure that claim will be put under the microscope many times over. At Fort Harrison, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Thank you, Mike. And upcoming in the November general election, Senator Tester will face off against Republican Matt Rosendale, along with Libertarian Rick Breckenridge and Green Party candidate Steve Kelly.
The United States Senate Ag Committee passed its version of the 2018 Farm Bill this morning. It now moves to the Senate floor, where Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell promises floor time before the 4th of July. Lola Raska, the executive vice president of the Montana Grain Growers Association, says she's hopeful the House of Representatives will bring up its version of the Farm Bill again by June 22nd. The House voted down its last version of the bill in May. Now, once both houses pass versions, they move to conference committee to work out the differences between the two versions, a process Montana ag producers are watching closely.
Provides them some certainty, some predictability going forward. Some of the most important programs to our producers are the commodity title, which provides a strong safety net. Crop insurance, very important to our growers. Both of those programs moved forward largely unchanged in the Senate Farm Bill.
Now, she adds there are still plenty of steps to take before a final bill is passed. The current Farm Bill is set to expire at the end of September. Russell Nimitz with the Montana Ag Network will bring us more details tonight at 10.
For several weeks, we've been reporting on the forced retirement of Yellowstone National Park Superintendent Dan Wink. Today, Wink's replacement officially introduced by Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke. The replacement is Cam Shawley, a graduate of Gardner High School and director of the National Park Service's Midwest region since 2015. He'll be taking over the reins of the nation's oldest park in August. Shawley's selection is drawing praise from both the Montana and Wyoming congressional delegations. Congresswoman Liz Cheney in Wyoming says Shawley's extensive resume and background with the Park Service should serve him well, while Montana Congressman Greg Gianforte says having worked with Shawley, he knows that he understands the importance of being a good partner with Yellowstone's neighboring communities. Shawley's career also includes stints as superintendent of the Natchez Trace Parkway in Mississippi, as well as to help establish the regional office of American Indian Affairs. He also served as Associate Director for Visitor and Resource Protection at the National Park Service headquarters. Shawley has a master's degree in environmental management from Duke University. He and his wife Jill have a teenage son, and by the way, Shawley is the brother of former Q2 anchor Alex Tyson, who now serves as Executive Director of Visit Billings down at the Billings Chamber of Commerce.
Up next on your Thursday 5:30 evening news, we are heading outside the Q2 studios, where it's not only a beautiful day, but we're cooking up the good stuff.
Come on down to Q2. You can have a burger on us tonight and help raise money for Relay for Life. Later in sports, the best wrestler in the world in Great Falls today. In a moment, find out what he had to say to these lucky campers.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Jeanelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 5:30 news on Q2, Montana's news leader.